What?
Are we recording?
Yeah. I bet she knows about that. Okay. Hello, my friends, or should I say strangers, because it's been so long. It's Bold. I'm here with Mr. Bold.
Hi.
And we're going to show you around Dunham Park Zoo. There has been a lot. The game is really loud. Let me just change that. There's been a lot done. I've been building a lot, but I've been too lazy to make a video about it. So here we are. We have lots to look at today. Hopefully it won't be too long of a video. Yeah.
So that's new.
What?
The Asia.
No, that's the first thing I ever built.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks weird from this angle, because I remember this courtyard.
Yeah, so it looks different because I smashed the whole entrance area and redid it.
Oh.
Minus the big building in the front is the same.
Okay.
But I redid this gardening to kind of open it up, so you might maybe notice that this is here.
Okay.
And then
that's why it looked like brand new section. So.
Yeah, no, and then I redid this. I don't know if you remember, but it used to be like kind of wild looking trees that were everywhere. Yeah. So it's a little more pruned and gardened now.
Okay.
It's got some flowers.
I hired some gardeners to actually tend to it.
Yeah, and then it too, like, I took out, there used to be, this planter used to have a great big tree in it, and then you couldn't see down into the zoo, so it just felt like you couldn't see in this direction, and you couldn't see in that direction, so it was like, where are you supposed to go, you know?
Well, it makes just those little things make such a big difference with how it looks when you walk into the park.
Yeah.
Because like I said, like, to me, it was just so totally different.
Yeah.
Last time that we looked here.
It's crazy. It's like pretty much the same. I just changed it out.
Yeah.
We'll look here at some of the things I did in here too. So this was the first section I did, and I was kind of staying more budgeted, realistic. And then I did the Africa section, and I was like, wow, they spent like $1 million on a meerkat habitat and like $500 on a Home Depot gift card to build this entire section. So I thought I might come give it some love. And I didn't redo it because I thought, like, you know, like a real zoo, if it had an older section like this, they wouldn't like really put that much effort in. They would just like be like, here's some plants and pour some spackle on it, you know? So that's what I did. I also gave the Markhor like a more realistic fence that they wouldn't be able to just jump over. Which also, not only for that, but to give it some difference from exhibit to exhibit, because they were all the exact same and it kind of looked a little samey. So yeah, I just planted some more trees to give this area like more of a lush feeling, and then also to give shade to the poor guests. But yeah, so that's, I think, and like these plants in between the fences to make it look a little more pretty.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah. It also looks nicer for guests taking pictures. You got like some tall grass kind of in the shot too, and
it kind of distracts from the fact that there's a fence there.
Yeah.
You know. And then some more trees in this area, so it looks a little more filled in.
They had Photoshop. They could just Photoshop the fence out, and it would look like on a safari.
Right. Oh, and I downloaded a mod that makes the camels fluffy. So now I have fluffy camels, which is more like the Bactrian camels you would see in a zoo. They would be like this fluffy ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was really cute.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then I think that's all I did over here. I gotta do the talkin' exhibit because that mod is now done. Nick finished that, so I'm gonna do that. And then there was these cool antelope that I found that I think I'm gonna stick in here too. And I think I can stick them in here because the safari, which we'll get to, the backstage for all the hoofed safari animals is gonna come in here, and like in a real zoo they would try to organize the backstage of like animals that require the same care, not like I wouldn't be I'm a zookeeper for African animals. It'd be like I'm a zookeeper for hoofed animals or big cats, you know?
Yeah, because it'd be easy access for vet or hoof trimmers, or even, you know, you're feeding them the same food, so
exactly,
just roll the hay down the aisle and
exactly,
throw it in through the feeding holes.
Yeah, so if I put those guys along here, then they can share a hoofed backstage with the African animals. I'm trying to like have a plan here. I don't know if it's going so well, but I'm having a plan.
You mentioned budget. How much is you spend on your zoo?
We're kind of, throwing budget to the wind at this point, yeah. I think.
Well,
it's a big budget zoo.
I just thought I'd ask, so in case we ever win the lottery, I know whether or not this is going to be built in the backyard or...
Well... Oh, and speaking of backyard, I started adding in this city backdrop.
Oh, yeah.
So, ZZ and a couple other people in the workshop had these generic kind of skyscraper buildings, and I think it just like adds a whole nother like layer of depth to the zoo. It's not just like a blank background. You can actually see the city poking through, which I think is pretty cool. And then in part of my Smashy Smash was the penguin plunge building that I mulled over for so long. Yeah, because I tried redoing it, and it just didn't look right, and I think it was because it was way out of scale, because like this whole area here was penguin plunge, which was like more than double the size of the whole elephant complex.
Yeah, but people are going to pay money to see the penguins, not the elephants.
Yeah.
We've had this discussion when we've talked about the zoo in Calgary and the zoo in Edmonton. We're like, the zoos put money in the exhibits that are drawing the attention.
Well, yeah, that's the other reason of like some of the habitats, like the Asian Highlands ones, except for the pandas and the snow leopards. Like obviously they're not going to pour money into animals that everyone's mostly just walking by.
We're not going to have a multi-million-dollar prairie gopher exhibit.
It's not like a $10 million warthog habitat, And then, too, I think I got more across this time that the building looks like an iceberg.
From the outside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't you think? You didn't notice? That's okay.
I'm not as artistic as you or my offspring.
So that also gave us room to put in this like guest services / information building to kind of fill the space. It's kind of cute and modern. There's like a quick walk up window for like tours and stuff, and then inside there would be like lost children and signing up for things.
Did that guy just wave at us?
Probably. And then I started making this map on Photoshop that I can just keep updating. It has like where to go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we should start showing them the zoo.
Yeah.
At this point.
Nobody else cares about the crap that we're looking at right now.
Yeah, so. Nobody else cares. And then I put these pictures of animals on the side of the penguin plunge, because otherwise it's just a giant bare concrete wall.
Oh, okay.
Just to try to make it interesting. And we still have the zoo grill. I took down, there was like planters and banners down the middle. I might put them back, but I kind of like that it's kind of big and open, because like this would be a super high traffic path. Like there would need to be room for people,
and
especially with
directions.
Yeah, especially with the restaurant right here. Like it would be. So penguin plunge, we got some Arctic type flowers in there.
Arctic type flowers.
Arctic type flowers.
Okay.
Oh, and
for all those Arctic penguins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Antarctic, whatever. Same thing. So I started making these direction signs too, painstakingly.
Nice.
But yeah. And then, I put the animals back in the petting zoo because the mod finished. Or the mods are all updated, so got some sheep on the roof. Ooh, leaping off the roof.
That was perfectly timed.
I totally meant that. Blah.
They both.
And then I put a donkey in here because like everybody loves donkeys.
Yes.
Anyway, we got distracted.
That is what people say about donkeys all the time.
It is. This farm is like a spot where you really get a cool shot of the city.
Oh, nice. fits the urban farm title of the
section.
Right?
It's almost like it was planned.
Almost.
I don't know if I ever showed this off, but this is like a little face painting booth.
No, I don't remember seeing this.
No, yeah, it's like a little, you can come in here and get your face painted and or whatever. It's really just because that spot on the path is really janky, so.
No, it's a good spot for it,
It is, yeah.
Next to the petting zoo and the penguins and the grill.
Yeah, like this is where like this is kids zone, I tell ya.
There's no playground though.
There is no playground. I might stick one in the back here.
Yeah.
But, and then I put out too, like, there's like a big seating thing for this penguin discovery cart. Mostly because this was a big empty space. But I thought that maybe they would have like performers here too and stuff.
Oh, okay. Penguin discovery, but the backdrop of it is the petting zoo.
Well, this whole area is penguins.
Oh, okay.
And there's like a little, you could come over here and pretend to be a penguin and get your picture taken. Like I know Ollie would, that's what Ollie would do.
Yeah. The statue in the middle too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's like the African penguins over here, which I think we showed off last time.
Yeah.
They got a planting upgrade too. I don't know if I showed that off last time, but put some plants in there so it looked a little more interesting. But yeah, anyway, the main entrance to Penguin Plunge finally. Which is obviously, something is sticking through there. I'll have to fix that. Obviously based off of the one in Calgary, but there's a little thing that's like, yo dog, don't let the hot air out. So you gotta come in, let the doors close, and then go in. And from this one particular angle, it looks really good. So this is the inside.
This is perfect. This is all you need.
Yeah. So I kind of faked this wall thing here.
How did you fake it?
So it's a billboard, but it's kind of made to look like it's like shapes sticking out of the wall, you know?
Oh, okay.
And then the bolts, of course, are 3D because they're part of the game, so it kind of helps sell it. But yeah, I posted on Discord and everyone was like, how did you get your billboard shaped that way? Funny story, it's all one billboard. And then we got like all the venting and electricity, and then these panels, which kind of look like ice, but I am pretty sure that in the actual zoo they're just to like dampen the horrible penguin echoes that happen in this building.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's the purpose, because penguins are loud.
Yeah, this is like the smelliest, loudest place in the zoo. So. And then you can look down into the filtration room and like read about how you make an ocean. Yeah, and then the little penguin adaptations board and slippery when wet sign because penguins splash.
What?
Yeah, right? A thing about how to tell the penguins apart. I didn't make that, that's off of Google, but I just thought it was cool. And then this time we have like a low side where you see more of the penguins on land and a high side where you see them more underwater. And then we still have that little fake underpass for the penguins to go from one side to the other. But I also included like hoses and ladders down into the pool so that they could clean it.
Ah. Are you happier with the roof?
It's okay. It's just because I made it out of art shapes. It's kind of like flat and shiny, and then I thought maybe I would try to do some like noise dampening panels up there.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get that to look right. I'm sure I'll mess with it, but if you just look down.
Yeah.
If you just look down.
Just look at the penguins, damn it.
Because I tried to put like detail in there with like the lighting and the vents and the structural.
Yeah.
Because I know the one at Calgary Zoo is just like a flat roof.
Yeah.
And I've never noticed, but like it just looks so weird in this game when it's just like a flat roof. I don't know. I feel like Bro Nation judges me when it's just a flat roof. But yeah, and then there's like a don't touch those stupid penguins. Yeah, and we have 3 kinds of penguins in here now.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, and this side's got like a little iceberg. It's pretty cool. And they actually do go up and stand on it, which is kind of cool.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So we have like the king penguins, which are like official in-game, and Adelie Jesus penguins that are standing on water.
That happens.
It happens. Which I don't remember who made those. But then I got Leaf to make me these Genju cuties. Look at these stupid little business geese. Look at them. Those are like the ones we have at Calgary.
Yeah.
We just need the rock hoppers, but they're like really hard to make because they have like the funky feathers off the top of their head. And then our penguin collection would be complete. But yeah, this is the penguins. It's pretty cool. I changed out too the white walls on the back because they were so distracting, I think, from the penguins. Like the black kind of makes you look at the penguins, which makes it look less cool at night, but I would rather
Zoo's
have it
closed
cool.
at night anyway.
Yeah.
Go home.
Go home, you weirdos. So yeah, and then there's that climate change thing. And then it goes out the back here. And there's nothing back here now, but I think what I might eventually do when I'm done Africa is I'm going to take this fence out and then put like, I think I was talking with you about putting like the seals and stuff back here.
Oh, yeah.
So that all of the like water treatment stuff would be in the same area. Beep, beep, beep. And then I'll show you, I'm just going to show the building at night because it's kind of cool. Through the magic of television, it is now night. So the Northern Lights motif doesn't look as good when it's not on the white backdrop, but it still maybe sort of gets the point across.
I like its reflection on the fake snow.
Yeah, that's cool. And then the lighting is like it lights up the penguins but leaves the path dark so that you don't see the people in here with you, you just see the penguins. There's a lot of penguins in here. I have breeding on in my zoo and the animals are like going a little crazy with it. Through the magic of television, it's now day. Oh.
Do you have a line about to mature? Did your game just crash?
Oh, so, and I think that I'll come around this way and put like some seals, maybe like some polar bears and like different coastal sort of animals and wrap around to here to this path so that it makes a big circle around. And then maybe put in like a playground and splash park here, so like this whole area with the meerkats and the penguins and everything is like kid zone time. And then like the next thing would be like the reptile house and stuff. But that's for future days. For right now, we have Africa. Everyone's favorite dumb rhino statue. All right.
Heart of Africa.
Heart of Africa. Not sure if I had that part done.
It's like Nigeria.
Well, like Kenya.
Kenya. Kenya's a little off to the side. Well, I guess the heart's a little to the left.
But that's like they call it the Heart of Africa. Because it's like when people think of Africa, you're thinking of like, Kenya, Zambia, Namibia kind of a thing. So yeah, we got the meerkats in the playground and the little cultural appropriation area. And then, you come down through here. This is actually one of my probably favorite planted areas of the zoo. So you can go straight on through if you don't care, but if you do care, you can come off to the right and see the wild dogs, which is one of those habitats where they clearly didn't spend a ton of money. And I've been sticking around these little placards too at like different plants of like, it would tell you like,
because it would theoretically be plants local to the...
Yeah, and we're in Southern California, so they could totally grow African plants here, outdoors. Yeah. But yeah, you come see all the little wild dogs, which I would love if our zoo had wild dogs, because they're so cute. They had puppies, but they grew up.
That's what happens.
That is what happens. And then I included that like super sad graphic that's like, this is every wild dog left in South Africa.
Oh,
it's
really?
It's really sad.
I was not aware of that, actually.
Yeah,
there's I don't think I've been to a zoo that has had wild dogs. So
yeah, there's like a whole series that this conservation place did where they went out and they did photos and then they put them together on white backgrounds of like, this is every one of this animal left in the wild. So yeah, kind of sad, but works. It's effective.
At least it's a bigger picture than if they did that for rhinos.
Yeah, the rhino one is like, here's the 3 rhino that are left.
Here's the rhinos.
And then I've also been sticking in these little like staff shortcuts through the zoo so that they can move quickly without being...
Are they actual shortcuts or are they fake shortcuts?
No, these are actual shortcuts. This actually goes back to the...
Oh, wow. Okay.
To the backstage back there. Yeah. And there's some areas, too, where, like, it just goes to a little backstage because, like, some of the small animals wouldn't need to be able to get a big truck into that backstage, you know?
Yeah.
Because they would be able to put it on a go-kart if they had to or whatever. Or a golf cart, whatever. Yeah, so Hippo River, which I did end up making bigger... because I ended up not giving them an indoor space. So yeah, I have a little information sign, and somewhere in there are some hippos. Maybe. Oh, there's one under there. I made the water really deeper too.
So they could swim? Yeah,
so they could get fully submerged, because before they could only get like most of the way underwater.
Should connect this to the moose habitat so the moose could go swimming with the hippos.
Oh, I hate that. And then, there's one out of the water back there.
There you go.
But I did make it bigger to give them a little bit more room. But, like, how much room do they need? Like, hippos don't do anything, ever. And then I also have been adding in, like, little kind of...
They're 5-ton animals. How much room could they possibly need?
It's that welfare thing again. Some little kind of more lively animals in with the bigger boring ones so that like there's actual movement and life in the habitat. These birds are like technically South American birds, but we're just going to pretend there's some sort of ground dwelling. I'm sure there's a bird like that.
Just say these are Colombian hippos and then you're fine.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Oh, and then we're going to get my favorite view ever. Because I seen him.
What?
So I also put their bedding over here so that you would get a really up-close view of them sleeping.
Oh, that's cute.
And it also just looks like these are leaves that fell off of this palm tree. And he sleeps there.
Oh, that's cute.
Actually, my favorite is when the giraffes go into their backstage. So you get the hippo sleeping here and the giraffe walking across the bridge.
Did you provide shade since you said that the hippos are outside, not inside? Mm-hmm. Did you provide them enough shade since this is California and hippos sunburn just like humans do?
Yeah, so that's why they have like that great big huge tree.
Okay.
Is so that they, don't die of.
Or I mean, I guess you could assign a zookeeper to go apply sunblock every 4 hours. But...
Right. And then this is the big safari exhibit. And you can kind of tell from here. Oh, one's going crazy. But I did like these ditches with like slight raises in the terrain just before them.
So I remember you working on that one night.
Yeah, so it looks like all of these animals, like the lions and the elephants and the safari and stuff, are all in one habitat, but they're actually not. You can see the lions jumping around, elephants in the back.
Yeah, can they jump the canal between them?
I mean, in real life, probably, because it's not big enough. But there is a small electric fence on either side.
Lions are lazy, so I mean, if you feed them good enough, they're not going to try.
Well, and there's a small electric fence, which is going to deter most of the animals, because they get shocked once and they won't go near it again. Unless you're the dumbass horses like ours. But yeah, and then this is where I really started like spending way too much time making signs in this game.
Oh, it's good though.
So yeah.
So you got 5 animals in that?
Yeah, so there's giraffe, zebra, ostrich, and 2 different kinds of gazelle that look exactly the same.
Poor ostrich. They're just the common ostrich.
Yeah,
everybody else is all fancy animals.
It's
the common
They're the
ostrich.
peasants' ostrich. And then there's like a little ostrich backstage building, or they can go up the bridge into the bigger hooved animal backstage.
Oh, the ostriches can go up there?
They can all go up there.
Oh.
Just there's a secondary backstage.
That's
and then
cool.
There's like, just Goron made these cool little like cave painting, African painting things, and I put them under this bridge. Just so it wouldn't be so blank, but also because this rhino is derpy and cute. Yeah, and then we can go under here, and to the right, you can get some unsolicited dick pics. Laugh at my joke. It was funny.
Oh.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
So there's these little tiny antelope. And apparently they had babies because I only put 2 in here. They're pretty cute. They have a little shed. That's about it. And then there's a bathroom, which is where we start to showcase some prop mods, because Nick was nice enough to give me early access to his Africa DLC or expansion mod thing. So I've got to build with it for like over a month. It's pretty cool.
You just had a zookeeper walk through the wall. Are they ghosts?
Yes.
Is that why they're dressed in blue instead of orange?
There's a secret path that goes through that wall to the backstage. But yeah, so the
bathroom stall 9 3/4.
Exactly. So the people that are watching, you might see some props that you might not have. I think the beta is out now, so you can grab some of them. I've just been attaching. I'll show you in the back here while I'm thinking of it, because I know some people are scared of prop mods. But what I've been doing is just back here, all of my prop mods are attached to tags back here. So if there's ever Nick's playing Planet Zoo, if there's ever like an update again where we have to delete the prop mods until they're updated, I can just like select all of the prop mods.
You just put signs in the back corner to tell you where you have.
No, like, so each one of these tags is connected to all the prop mods in that area, so that I can blueprint it to make it easy to put them back in. But if we need to take them out, I can delete all of the mods out of my zoo in one click.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming that's all technical jargon that Planet Zoo players would understand more than me.
Yeah, okay. Because so the prop mods, like if you have an animal mod in your zoo and the mod breaks or isn't available, the animal just doesn't load. But if you have a prop mod, your whole zoo won't load. It'll crash your whole zoo. So if, like, the last update that we had, Frontier changed a lot of stuff back end, so then all the prop mods broke. So then nobody's zoo would have loaded if they had prop mods in it. So everybody's kind of scared of prop mods, but I just been doing it that way and then not have to worry about it. Just because they're so good that I don't want to not use them.
Your zookeepers have so many different outfits.
Yeah.
Or are these like visitors wandering around too?
Those are I don't like guests in the zoo.
Yeah.
Those are keepers. Those are janitors, like caretakers. Those ones are vets. I just love how, like, cartoony the people are, and then everything else is, like, so hyper-realistic. It's kind of funny.
People look pretty realistic to me. But I play a lot of Sims, so...
Yeah, so, we have another backstage thing. So this goes back to, like, the Dick-Dicks in that ostrich building. Yeah. And then here is the habitat that I was so excited to make when I found out that it existed in real life, which is Rhino and cheetah together. Oh, look, they're even together.
And this isn't a visual trick with ravines or anything like that. They're actually just chilling together.
Yeah, they're actually together. So there's a zoo. I don't remember where in Switzerland maybe that have rhino and cheetah together, because obviously, like, what's a cheetah gonna do to a rhino, right? So
ride him around like our goat rides the donkey.
That would be awesome. So they just like chill together, and that idea just made me so happy. So that's what I did, is rhino and cheetah together, and it's such an unexpected combination that I think you would remember it forever.
Oh yeah, and you could probably get some really good pictures too.
Oh yeah,
with the rhino and cheetah.
I got a really great snapshot the other day. It was a good time of day with the lighting, and then the rhino was here eating, and the cheetah was up here standing on this rock. It's pretty cool.
Rhino got up, stretched, sat back down.
Hashtag zoo animals.
Yeah.
I have a theory, and I tested it, and it might be true, which kind of disappoints me a little bit.
What?
But one of the tips that come up when you're loading had said, like, the more space you give your animals, the more behaviors you'll see, which makes me think that one of the things Frontier changed when they changed so much back-end stuff the last update was that if your animals are in small pens, they won't do anything. And then a couple other people had mentioned that their animals seem to have got dumber. Like, they just lay around or stand around. They don't move. They don't play with their toys. They don't do anything. And honestly, if that's true, I understand kind of why they did it, to make it more like your animals would be sad in a small pen. Which is true, but this is a realistic sized rhino habitat, but according to the game, it's way too small. So, like, you can't have a realistic looking zoo and happy animals in this game. So then in Sandbox, which is what I play, it gives you the option to turn all those things off, but then it should turn it off, and they shouldn't still get sad in a realistic sized pen.
But they still do.
But they still do, and so they just lay around all the time. And I thought maybe I was just reading too much into it, and then I opened like a blank zoo, and I took groups of animals of like 4 of each, and I put one group in a small pen and one group in a big pen, and copied over the exact same items. And the ones in the big pens like ran around and they played with toys and they climbed and they did stuff, whereas like
the control group was all depressed.
Yeah, the ones in the small pen did nothing. And including like the monkeys would just sit on the ground the whole time. They wouldn't even go on their climbing stuff. Which is kind of a piss off if it's true, but I mean, I get it, but also it's annoying. Anyway, off topic again. Here's my zoo! Happy! This area is really pretty too, I think. Yeah, there's like a little cheetah memorial thing. And then the lions, which is super understated, but I feel like this is what it's like in Calgary Zoo. Like, they're just like, here's some lions.
They're like, lions. You're going to get excited no matter what.
Yeah, they're like, we don't need to pump up lions. Like, everyone's excited to
These
see
are
them.
lions. They're going to be asleep. You're not going to care.
Yeah, here's some lions that are going to lay around. Pretty much.
Is this also an exhibit that's it considers too small? Or
Oh, yeah, way too small. Right. Yeah. And then this game wants you to have like 17 acres per warthog. It's ridiculous. So yeah, there's like a little thing that tells you who's who. And then this is where I started stopping putting glass just like coming out of wood. So I like metal framed in the glass, that because it would actually have to be attached to something. It couldn't just come out of the wood. And then this got like the open air top like at Calgary.
This is cool, looking into a lion exhibit and seeing the giraffe.
Yeah, and it's really cool when like right under this tree and under this tree is like where they like to lay a lot. So you see the lions like looking out at all the zebra and stuff that they want to eat.
Oh, there he is.
There
I'm
he
like,
is
like it's really cool we're at this lion exhibit looking at the giraffes because we can't see the lions.
Oh, look, he's chasing his mom's tail.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. Here, we're just talking about how they don't ever do anything cute. Look at him. Oh my gosh. I don't ever watch the animals. I should actually like play this game at some point. But it's pretty cool, yeah, to like...
You can play it when you're done designing it.
Yeah. I thought about playing franchise and trying to actually play this game, but then that seemed like too much work. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool that you can like sit here and look at the lions and be also looking at their food in the background. See, you get like, oh, see, that's so cool. I did awesome. And then over on this side, we got the big boys over there, and we got the little boys over here. So we have the serval, and their pen is maybe a touch oversized for serval, but I wanted to get all this climbing stuff in there. I don't know where they are. Oh, there they are.
They escaped.
Oh, they're right here. They had a little kitten, which is really cute. They hang out. I've never seen them use the hammock.
They're so tiny.
But I just like the hammock. I wish, and maybe modders are listening, I wish we had this hammock without the trees attached to it, so we could put our own supports on it. Because the trees are kind of ugly.
Oh. It's just a package deal?
Yeah, I wish it wasn't, but it is. These guys are so cute. They're like little giraffe cats. Oh, our game is freezing. It's not used to being unpaused. Yeah, and then we have the Leopard Spot Trading Co., which I channeled my best S-Dan to build. It's like a gift shop. Just try to sell them some more crap while they're here. Yeah. And then backstage for lions. And then up here is the heffalumps. Come up here. You can get a quick little sneaky peek at flamingos from here. And this is where, like, another spot where, like, the city backdrop gets really good. And then Tusker's Authentic Braai, which is, like, South African barbecue. I stole the Tusker's name from the one in Siana Zoo. But I gave it to that one, so I can take it for this one. So, yeah, you got this restaurant up here, big sit-down restaurant overlooking the safari. And then this is my favorite garden in the whole zoo. I don't know why, but I just love how it turned out. I think it's the, like, this red plant in the background sunk down. And, like, these flowers, I've never really used them before, but I, like, fell in love with them in this area. They're everywhere, if you haven't noticed. It's even got sprinklers going.
I noticed the sprinklers.
Yeah. It's pretty neat. And then you can have a look over here. Oh, there's another discovery cart with an elephant tusk on it. And then a thing on elephant poop. And all the things you can do with elephant poop. And yeah, you can look at, oh, baby elephant. You can look down at the elephant. Around. Yeah. So both sides of the elephant is open right now because they're breeding. But you can lock the bull over here by himself. And it's kind of just a utilitarian pen over there. It's not obviously not meant to be seen by guests a whole lot. But yeah, this is them. And then there's a view over here into their little swimming hole. See, I don't know why the keepers like aren't feeding them in their enrichment feeders.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. It's like a weird thing. You have like a sneaky backstage building back there that hopefully you don't notice too much. And then you get bonus safari zoo up here, or safari view up here.
The zebras.
Yeah, zebras. I have breeding on, so like there's animals everywhere, but it's a pretty big area, so I think it's okay. And then there's like this little building that I stole out of Siana. I think Remnant made it when he was in Siana, and I may or may not have just stolen it, but we won't tell anyone. But yeah, you can come over here and feed the giraffes. So it'd be like...
Feed the giraffes?
Yeah, like if you had an extra $10 or whatever, you would pay to come over and feed the giraffes, and the giraffes can come right up here and stick their big dumb heads. Now they can't... This wall is angled, so they can't get like to where they would headbutt someone and like get sued, but... You could feed them.
You hope.
Yeah. I hope that you wouldn't get hit. And then there's like vehicle access into the safari there. That doesn't actually go anywhere, but we'll just pretend that it does. And then there's like, this is the patio where it would probably be like $100 a plate or something ridiculous, but you wouldn't care because this is the view that you get when you eat your lunch. Which is not too shabby, if I do say so.
This would be like where you have your wedding reception.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And there's like dead animals on the wall. Because #poacher pack. Oh, and I'm also really proud of these handles on the door.
The handles?
Yeah, they're pretty. Just want to point that out because I'm super proud of it. But yeah, we'll go... See, there's like... a little bit of electric fence sticking out on either side so that hopefully they wouldn't, but I'm pretty sure in real life a lion could totally make that jump. But we're gonna pretend that they can't. And then there's like a little door in case like one of the stupid gazelle would get down there.
Have you had an animal get in there yet?
No, the game doesn't let them.
Oh, the game won't let them?
Yeah, and then there's like a little lined safari pool for them to drink out of or play in, and it's lined so that when the giraffes inevitably shit in it, that they can clean it out. But yeah, and then they can go up there to their stables. There's like their water and stuff is in there so that they go in and out of there.
Common ostrich getting in the way.
Those common ostrich. Peasant ostrich. Why is there so many zebra in here? I put 4 in here.
Well, they have been successful at your zoo.
Apparently, we have a good breeding pool. Oh, and then this cute thing happens. I don't know what it is about the AI, but like this giraffe likes to go here and stare at the elephant, and then the elephant will come over like they're talking over this gap, and it's really cute.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of
It's like they just like come check each other out. I did put a little fence here so that like stupid gazelle wouldn't fall in this hole, but yeah, it's really cute. They like come over here and stare at each other. It's like they're interested in the other animals, which is like
probably are.
Which is pretty cool that the AI does that. I also stole these shade structures from Sienna. But that's what happens when you let me in your zoo, is I steal your shit. So beware. Yeah, and then you can come down. This was the worst part of the whole zoo because these paths are sloped and angled. So getting them to not be janky was the worst, and there's like some janky spots, but we just walk really fast over them and then you won't notice. But yeah, you come down, you get some more looks at the elephants, and then the path will go back this way to that reptile house area and stuff.
Yeah.
Or you can come around this way into like our sort of river basins sort of area. So we have a shitload of flamingos. So like there's greater flamingos, lesser flamingos, and James flamingos, because apparently there are a lot of different kinds of flamingos. This is also a really great view because you get like all the different levels all happening. I don't know, I just really like that. There's like an Aldabra giant tortoise in here too, just like living his best turtle life.
Well, that's cool.
And
that's a good idea.
Yeah, I downloaded a mod that makes them actual size because for some reason in the game they're like tiny. They're like a quarter of this size, which is not a giant tortoise. So it's just a regular tortoise. So I downloaded a mod that makes him like realistically sized. Yeah. And again, there's like a hose here to like fill the pond and stuff. Gotta get them details in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lots of flamingos. And then on this side, we have my favorite, or one of my favorite antelope, the kudu. And I wanted to keep the fence really low like I did in the safari, so I like made this really sharp bank that goes really low down here and filled it full of sharp rocks, so hopefully they wouldn't in real life just pop over this little tiny fence and leave. But yeah, we have the kudu in there. And then in there with him, their backstage building isn't done, so like just don't look over there. They have warthog in there, but when the mod is updated, I'm going to replace them with the Red River hogs because they're cuter than warthogs, but for now we just have warthogs.
Warthogs and kudu?
And guinea fowl. I also wanted the cuter, like, speckly, helmeted ones, but their mod hasn't been updated, so I got these kind of ugly ones. But they're like the Lion King ones, so...
From a distance, they looked like those weird-ass birds in at the end of time in Loki.
Oh, like the terror birds, or
yeah, with their little round heads.
Oh yeah. And then I think that's the end because this goes back to the trading post. So that's what I have so far. And then this is where I'm gonna start like the jungle animals. So then we'll have back here the backstage, another hoofed animal backstage, and put the tropical hoofed animals along here. And then the only other thing I want to do for like the grasslands animals is right here, I think I'm going to stick in hyena.
Ooh, nice.
And then maybe African leopard. But I haven't decided yet. Either one of those, but I really want hyena. So, yeah, that's what I have.
Excellent. I look forward to your hyena exhibit.
I know, that's your favorite. That's your favorite animal. I always have to have a hyena exhibit just for you. Just for you, so you're interested in my zoo. But yeah, that is the plan so far. And then this will also come around here and hook up to the Asian Highlands so that you have a loop instead of a dead end over here. But yeah, because then it'll go Asian highlands into Asian tropical and grasslands, and then that'll hook up to the African grasslands and then continue on.
Ooh, very organized.
Yeah, I'm trying to have a plan this time, so it's not like the other zoo where it's just all these dead ends. You have to keep walking back. Yeah. Anyway, well, I'm sure this is like a way too long video, so we can say goodbye to everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. We will see you next time.